Hello, everybody. Happy New Year to you. Excuse me, Happy New Year to you, and welcome to our first call of 2025. In our desire to really expand things and really join in collapsing the illusion of separate self, of suffering, of going round and round with believing that life is happening to us and all the stress and chaos that seems to be abounding perhaps globally. We are joining on these calls and we are changing the format a little bit to include some ambient background music and an invitation to really be still, to really join, to create a field of presence together as we move through this call, to let the stress, the patterns that we've been holding on to simply dissipate, to open ourselves. I'm going to invite all of you who are joining us tonight who are not facilitating the call. We have, in addition to myself, Erina, we have three wonderful certified practitioners that are assisting with this call. We have Martha Brissenden, we have Melissa Bingham, and Christina Wood. Very grateful that you are on helping me facilitate this. I'm grateful for all of you that are on assisting us in creating this field and facilitating it through your presence, through your openness, through your dedication, natural state to awakened state. I will invite all of you who are not facilitating the call to give yourself an experience of simply receiving tonight. If you brought pendulum with you, because I know many of you are in our Mind Field Repatterning community, if you brought pendulum with you, see how it feels if you just put that aside for tonight. And if you don't want to put it aside, that's fine too. But I'm inviting you to really let this be a time of expansion, of deepening, of rest, of receiving for yourself. So let's all take a moment as we get started on this, our first of 2025 calls. I invite all of us now to close our eyes, be fully in this space, fully aware, fully joining in the beauty of the moment, in the essence of oneself, pure creation, and all the ways that creation expresses. We are part of it, never separate from it. Using your breath to bring you deeper within, your awareness of the movement of it, moving in and out of the body. With each breath in, connecting even deeper, even more expansively as one in the field. With each breath out, releasing all resistance, all stress, any fear, any worry that you've been experiencing. And as we move through this together throughout this night, keep some awareness on simply that sense, full present. With each breath in and each release, allow yourself to get a glimmer, to get a glance, a feeling, perhaps, of the light that you are. You are pure light, as are we all. We are one light, each one of us, so bright we could light up the universe. When we allow our awareness, even the glimmer of that possibility. This is a new year. Each moment, each day is new. There is no past. There is no future in truth. There's only the present moment. Let us avail ourselves to being in this present moment. As we open ourselves up, I invite you to now release all accumulated stress that you've been holding throughout the neurologic system, throughout the brain and nervous system, your field, your aura, your subtle bodies, throughout your meridian channel, throughout your DNA and your entire light body system. Simply allow for the release of accumulated stress patterns. That have been unfiltered, that have been held onto in the body, in the field, in mind. Patterns that you've taken on from changing vibrations in the cosmos. Patterns that you have taken on from shifts and changes in our Earth's electromagnetic field. Vibrations, thoughts, beliefs that you have absorbed, that you have taken on from fear-based collective field patterns. We simply cleanse the body and the field now of this accumulated stress, releasing everything as it were to pure light from whence it came. Imagination comes in and works with light and sound and geometry. And new forms of experience are here, are held. We become identified with some of them, through some of them, and in our interpretations of experience. And we lose sight of true self and dive deeper into an experience of limited egoic mind. As we release these patterns and move through this evening together, we are simply letting go of the facades, the veils, all that has obscured our awareness of love, of true self, of oneness. As we release all this to light and reverse ill effects, we expand compassion, we expand our awareness of love, joy, of beauty. We surrender ourselves to it in glad surrender and move in the fluid rhythm of life, of creation together. As we continue this, continue with some awareness on your breath, an opening heart, relaxing mind. Martha.
Thank you, Erina. So continuing this relaxation state, Just going to bring us in a little bit deeper into the alpha state, the state of relaxation, visualization, and creativity. When we're truly relaxed, our brain activity slows from the rapid patterns of beta into the more gentle waves of alpha, going deep into alpha, expanding our awareness, inviting creative energy beginning to flow through our mind, our body, and our fears will vanish. We experience a liberating sense of peace and well-being, our natural state. So moving along for this evening, I'm just going to call in Hilarion and our Holy Spirit to guide us and assist us through a letting go of familiar patterns that we may be holding, unaware of the resistance that it may be causing, whether these patterns are unconscious to us or conscious, whatever size they are. Sometimes they show up as just habits that we do, as a pattern we do, an addictive energy that we hold. So we realize that creating change quite often brings up a sense of threat to our feeling safe and comfortable. So we now move beyond these feelings through the letting go of resistance to change, to collapsing all of these patterns that are not serving us, holding us back. We collapse them back into pure light potential and letting go of all of the effects that we've ever felt on these experiences on all levels, bringing us back into our natural state of oneness, innocence, and peace, exactly as we were created. So we continue to let go of these patterns. And as we do, we open up to new possibilities, bringing our awareness in to this current moment when we can be aware of where we are, our surroundings, and make new choices. Because as we do this, we now open up ourselves to a greater sense of freedom, a sense of accomplishment, because we saw the pattern and we changed the pattern in our awareness. And now we're not bound down to the limitations that once held us there. So feeling this expansion as we let go and allowing a deeper connection into the stillness now, the peace that lies within. We're going to bring in a rate of 5, 4, 4, 4, 4 to assist us a little deeper in the releasing of the fear of change and to embrace the unknown. As we step into this new program, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4. Well, now we broadcast it throughout all aspects of our being now to help assist us in releasing these patterns, bringing our awareness to these patterns that have been holding a fear of change. And now at this rate will help us to embrace the unknown. Just moving further with I was looking at what are the connections, what's blocking us to our deeper connection of stillness. So in the clearing here, it came up as a life arena of home, feeling home within our heart. So that would be a great place to start for deepening a connection with stillness. So bringing in assistance again from Hilarion and Holy Spirit. We also bring in the vibrations of the flower of life, just representing that we're all one and remembering they're all one. What we do outside ourselves, we feel back to ourselves. We'll also bring in the labyrinth, representing helping us let go of all the deep-rooted patterns and stories that kept us stuck. And this labyrinth will open us up to new opportunities, creating new pathways. And we welcome them in for us. And now we're going to release all non-beneficial patterns, whether these patterns are conscious to us or unconscious, whether they're physical or they're non-physical, whether they're visible or they're invisible, that we together have been holding in the life arena of home, which to me is home within our heart, the inner stillness of our heart. And I ask, what do we need to release here in the emotional realm? What do we need to clear to bring us closer to home? And I got the emotions and emotional triggers to release our error, wherever we thought we made error. Letting that release, and condemn or condemned, letting that energy of that emotion release, as well as difficulty, letting all these emotional triggers release. I asked, what's the greatest fear that's coming up to release as a blockage to our home? And I got dark forces, the fear of dark forces. And to me, what represents the dark forces is our personal identity, it's our small self identity, and the ego. So we let that go, the fear of dark forces. We move into the physical aspects and imbalances, and what came up is our parasympathetic nervous system. What a great place to release these blockages that are blocking us from our deeper connection to stillness in home, in our home, within our heart, as well as our connective tissue. Letting these go in the physical aspects and imbalances, and any other factor that are coming up, creating an imbalance in us with our relationship between ourselves and feeling at home within our inner self. Collapsing all these patterns back into pure light potential, we expand awareness of love into all the voids, and we let go and reverse all the ill effects that this has caused on all levels as blockages to our home within our heart. We now repurpose these experiences to collapsing the illusion of separation and now serving for our awakening. And I now acknowledge and bring in the virtue of hopeful, moving us into this next year. Being hopeful in all relationships and all relationships with home within our heart. And now we're going to just do a quick release of releasing all the unconscious beliefs, all the fears, all these fears, especially the fear of knowing our true self, that are coming up as blockages to our home within our heart, clearing all resistances, memories, emotions, all agreements and judgments. They're all given to the light, clearing all these blockages. And now for the highest good of all, above and beyond all expectations we could ever imagine, invoking the law of ultimate outcome and oneness as we bring in the forgiveness prayer, telling ourselves on the deepest level, I love you no matter what I'm experiencing. I'm so sorry for all your suffering. We have all suffered through our belief in separation. Please forgive me for all my misperceptions of you outside myself as well as myself. I offer you now to the Holy Spirit, the divine within myself, because I know that you will be free unless I use you to imprison myself. In the name of my freedom now, I release you and we're both free. And thank you. And now I'll bring in a rate of 777-9999 to cultivate presence in this moment for our awakening. 777 9999, allowing us to cultivate presence in this moment for our awakening and bringing us into a deeper connection of stillness. Thank you. I'll pass it to Melissa now.
Just taking a deep breath in, maybe sighing out your exhale. Just letting all that's occurred thus far to just settle. Allowing yourself to steep in the stillness for a few moments. Allowing these releases and things we've brought in to just continue to wash over you in the silence. Taking another deep breath in, sighing out your exhale. Just allowing yourself to settle, allowing your breath to return to its natural cadence. Just bring to mind the archetype of the rescuer. And just feeling what that brings up for you. Maybe a face pops into your mind, or something pings in your heart or your gut. Wherever that archetype of being the rescuer might show up for you, you just gently release that in this moment. Just recognizing that maybe at the time, or maybe in whatever situation it might be where you serve in that archetypical role, that tonight's a new beginning, new start, where you can allow yourself and the other person that you have felt called to rescue, that they can stand in their own sovereignty, that you each can be autonomous, standing in your own power. As you release the need to be a rescuer, it releases the other person from the need to be rescued. Just inviting a vibration of wholeness and oneness to fall in line as you take this step forward in self-care for yourself. Of letting go of over-responsibility for something or someone. And you can bring yourself into right relationship as we release this archetype of the rescuer. Not that you don't stay in a relationship with that person, but that you free yourself, you free them from any power over or power on behalf of inviting yourself to step through that gateway or over that threshold of loving self-care. Of sovereignty. Knowing that whatever situation where there might have been a need to rescue, we just place it on the altar of the divine, source, of universe, whatever word resonates with you. We just give it up right here, knowing that Spirit's got your back, that Spirit's got this. There's nothing for you to do, no one for you to rescue. A golden shower of love just fills every part of your body, your being, freeing you from this archetype, freeing you, freeing you, freeing you. Releasing any emotional cords, energetic, psychic, sending them back to wherever they came from. Taking a deep breath in, noticing what emotions are rising, giving everything a place. Just breathing in love. Extending love. Breathing in that love of the universe. Extending that love out from your heart center. Just taking 3 deep breaths here. We turn our attention to the sun, to that solar energy that fills us up every day. Whether it's snowy and cold or foggy where you are, we know that that big sun is always in the sky, sending off energy pulses, solar flares. And in this moment, we just release and clean and clear any impact that the solar activity might have upon your body, upon your environment. Any little weird ripples of energy that you feel, just invite them to smooth with your breath. Just releasing any negative impact that the solar energy has had on your environment, your home, your car, your computer. We just ask that that light come into perfect harmony and alignment for your highest good, the highest good of all beings in your domain, in your neighborhood, in your town, in your country, in the world. Taking 3 deep breaths in. your mind's eye, I just invite you to see the violet flame of Saint Germain. That violet flame flickers with its white hot light. It's a violet dancing in your mind's eye. Just invite that flame into your heart. That amethyst blue light, amethyst purple. Just see that at the center of your being. Inviting Saint Germain to come into your heart. Imagining that violet flame begins to grow to fill your torso, your back, your spine, your belly, your breast, your collarbone. And violet light up your neck, filling every cell, every muscle, every bone, every strand of DNA, raising your vibration to the highest vibration possible for the use of your gifts here in this lifetime, in this time on earth. Feeling that violet light travel down your arms, your elbow, your wrist, all the way out to your fingertips. Enlivening the pads of your fingers as you type and you do your work in the world, knowing that you are bringing that violet light of Saint Germain, that beautiful, cleansing, healing aura. With every email you type, with every word you write with a pen, letting that light flow from your fingers, allowing it to fill the rest of your body up through the top of your scalp, your hair, down through your hips and your legs and your feet. Just breathing in that beautiful violet flame, allowing it to encase you an arm's length all the way around your body, above, below, to your left, to your right, to your front, to your back, just encasing you in this beautiful violet egg, holding you in that pure light, that pure love that invites your gifts to come forward, to be present. We let this violet flame just release any fear of stepping into your greatness, stepping into the wholeness of your being. Stepping into who you are here to be. And just inviting that light to stay with us beyond this call, beyond this time together. Allowing it to raise our vibration, to raise our truth. Allow us to step into and be the fullness of ourselves. Taking 3 deep breaths in. And I pass to Christina.
Christina, you seem to be muted.
Thank you, Erina. So continuing, just steeping in this beautiful energy and soft, peaceful energy. I'd like to invite us to connect with our beloved Mother Earth, our Divine Mother. And these images certainly are inspiring to do so. And take a moment to maybe connect with what we're sitting on, or if our feet are connecting with something too. To realize that we are also connecting with our planet through the divine love of gravity. We're held in loving presence with our planet, with our Mother Earth. And to now draw on her love for us and regenerative properties, healing properties, and consciousness. So we will continue being more aligned with her, and through that also be aligned together. We are naturally connecting, and we're in the present moment and connecting with our planet, as well as the sun and the cosmic fields as well. And to welcome in this energy with love and gratitude, to be filled with love and presence, held in loving presence. May our hearts open and be free. To keep expanding on this field of heart intelligence, to awaken heart intelligence, and to welcome in the unlimited potential that this field might have, and the truth that goes way beyond any words. And to, at the same time, allow ourselves to release or let go of any and all limiting beliefs that will thwart our heart expansion. Any kind of judgment that keeps us asleep and will prevent awakening to fully live in union with one another and the illusion of separation. So moving and expanding our fields in this reality right now, feeling the power of consciousness and the connection that is being created right here, right now. And this peace is the best of human capacity, created together, that we can feel is liberating for ourselves and one another and others in any relationships. So dropping in to see if there's anything that needs to be more released or paid attention to, everything is welcome here. And if there's any part of the body or mind that needs to be even 1% more relaxed and loved, to shine our light on that part or anything that comes up. And to seal in this peaceful energy and the truth of who we are. We are just being present to life itself as it unfolds. And if we can invite more presence in our lives whenever possible with our breath. Keep this state and to connect in stillness in our lives before we start getting pulled away from this state. And even if we are, to redirect ourselves to this place. This place of truth and harmony and creation of beauty and connection. I'm also inviting in connecting with Christ consciousness in our body, mind, the Christ grid, activating this within ourselves and in our field. And to live out the best of our purpose, to give, opening up to receive, to help, to hold. And also the rate of 333 to align with self-awareness. Sacred divine rate to draw on this 333. Whenever we need help to align. It's always here, ready. All we need to do is ask and call it in. And that's the awakening, that's the shift in consciousness. To connect with this state, this frequency, with our breath. Also, inviting in joy and happiness in our lives. Filling our hearts with the awe of the beauty that is surrounding us, the joy of connecting to one another, the miracles surrounding us. We're also releasing if there's any residues of doubt. To seal in this absolute conviction of the reality of this beautiful moment, and that we can redirect ourselves here if we find ourselves out of peace, and call on a friend in our community. And it's always available to us. Call on our own higher self, divine guidance, our spirit helpers, our sacred codes, 60 codes. And we're not alone. We're never alone. We're always supported. And so it is. And I'm turning this back to Erina. Thank you.
Continuing a bit more on our journey here together. Relaxing in, expanding outward. To bring in and celebrate 222 numbers, giving shape and form and change to the very construct of our being, to our mind, to our field, to our body, to our relationships. 222, release with this all fear of intimacy, intimacy, availing yourself to show up this year, this moment, all moments, feeling so aligned, so integrated with truth, with love, the light that you are, bringing in and expanding into every cell in the body, out into the field, cleansing mind of anything that would be held as a barrier. You're showing up fully as the light you are. Free to speak, free to engage, free to listen, free to connect. May this work with you, with us, in all ways, as long as is desired, serving this highest purpose. We gently dive in now and expand ourselves into 4111, with the vibrations that wake up in every cell in our body and all aspects of our being. The awareness in all of our relationship. I love you as I love myself. For we are one. Bring to mind whomever shows up in your mind right now. I love you as I love myself, for we are one. 4111, assisting us in integrating vibration, truth. I love you as I love myself, for we are one. As we bring this in and we acknowledge our oneness, we expand ourselves through letting go of the contraction That identification with small self, ego, holds, assisting us in this reconfiguration. We use the geometry of 777781, 777781, creating structure, creating a crystalline grid, assisting you in dissolving the attachment to identification, the small self with ego. You are not that. No thought, no emotion, no feeling, no story defines you. All of it simply experience coming and going. You are not your personality. You are not your body. You are not limited in any way. You as a beautiful ray of light. Connected always with the divine, the source, the creator. Merging within each one of the inner expressions of male and female to know one, to recognize the sameness, to recognize the divine marriage, merging inner expressions of male and female to know one, expanding this divine union into all expressions of relationship, past, present, and what the mind may hold as to come. And as we are bringing this time together, shared this evening, to a beautiful completion as well as beginning and continuation. We simply celebrate the light, celebrate presence. Celebrate pure presence is what we are. I meet you. We meet each other in the only place anyone can meet, in the field of stillness in presence. Connect in light, we connect in presence, using your breath as you have been, availing yourself in presence here, joined as one. Breathing in and out, expanding awareness beyond the sense of body, your light, one light. You are part of that. Your light is so bright and so beautiful. It lights up the universes with your awareness. Same is true for everyone. Let us remember that. Let us ask for assistance, divine assistance, when it's difficult for us to be in touch with this experience, with truth. May you experience radiant, beautiful joy in living, in the knowingness of the light, of the oneness, of your part in it. Your part is so necessary. Your part is so treasured. We expand into the awareness of that, and we feel our bodies now here, and we let the awareness of this time that we have been sharing together in the presence, feeling of it in the cells in our body, the essence, the light, the radiance, expanding, and beyond the body, bringing awareness into the breath and letting it guide you into the sensations of the body if you have gone beyond that. Feel your feet, feel your legs, your torso, your arms, your hands, your neck, your head, your crown. Being here present and feel the light that you are, even as you hold this form in this lifetime. This is your communication device. It's meant for love. And so thank you so much for joining us on this call tonight, and we look forward to joining you again next month or sooner. This call will be posted on the Mind Field Repatterning channel on YouTube by tomorrow. Should you care to listen to it again, that's where you can find it. And you can find our work, which is going to be expanding now on that channel. Please reach out if there's any way we can support you. And we're all here together. Thank you for your presence, truly, from all of us to all of you and all one of us. Remember the light. Always there, and you are never alone. We are never alone. We are indeed one. Amen.